There we go. Looks like we got a cloudy day here on Kerbin. There we go. That's how that ought to be. That's how that ought to be. Alright, what do we got going here? That's right. It's been a while, but I do remember we need this. There's a lot of science that we don't have. So we must go to the moon. The mun. I don't remember. Somebody in chat has been asking to go to the mun for, well, forever. What's this one? That's an old design. Okay. What's the Skyhog 3? That looks more like a new design. Yeah, this is coming back to me. I'm pretty sure we just need power, which means we need science. Which means we need this thing not to explode. Right? What if And I just don't think it's going to be enough, like, weight. I always forget what button to do this. There it is. Let's see if she flies. Let's see what I mean, this is not the worst thing we've ever put into the sky. Let's be fair. Because another thing we can do is put fins on the inside of the rocket on that center stage. And then we're going to have that super extreme gravity turn. What is... oh, not that one, this one. What is power doing up here? Well, of course, electric charge is perpetual because our boys put alternators, generators, in this generation of engine. I'll tell you one thing, if nothing else, this girl is fast. Look at that. We are getting some good burn time out of this. By reducing that thrust limiter, I think, even at, what are we, burning at 36% capacity. Should be more than enough. And I hope you guys don't mind, during this broadcast we will be playing some Pokemon Go. Maybe I should put my friend code in the comment section. Might be a cool networking content creatory thing to do. gonna we're gonna reduce thrust just a little bit more. Oh, a little too much. Alright. I'm not sure where I want to take this. Because we need more science. I'm not sure if we have the power to go get science. It's like a really, really sick catch-22. We need science to get science. But we have to have science to get science. Now, what we can see about doing is maybe not necessarily going somewhere, but maybe getting to the edge of Kerbin's sphere of influence. What do we got here? I don't have... Oh. Alright, that's fine. We don't need McJeb for this. He said. I thought we had... Huh. I missed the other McJeb. I missed the McJeb we had before. I think it was a little bit more intuitive. Well, we're just gonna go for it. Hey, Abyss, where are we going to? Well, I was gonna try to go to the moon and do the mun and do a flyby, but we are running into some power issues here. So we're gonna go try to dip our toes. What the? Pushing the wrong buttons everywhere. That's alright though. So we're gonna go try to dip our toes out into high space to see if we can't grab some new science before we run out of power. We do have the Kerbalism mod installed, so we do have to worry about stuff like CO2 and food, which we have plenty of right now. Sort of. Jeb is fine. But yeah, you can see we've loaded up on the batteries quite a bit, and it's yeah, we need some science in order to unlock the next level of batteries and the first level of solar panels. I can't remember how much science we needed. What did I say? Something like 85 or something like that? I think it's like 85 science we need in order to get the next parts that would make life just a little bit more doable. Anyway, Abyss, how are you today? How has your week been? Me and my wife have been having one hell of a month. 2 months. 3 months, my gosh. And my wife got me back into Pokemon Go after almost 10 full years. Actually, almost exactly 10 full years. So I've been doing that, having a little bit of fun. Alright, so now we're gonna have to burn. Hold on. We are in a little bit of a pickle here. Alright, so we should still be okay. But what we're gonna do here is see if we can't doop 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 doop. Alright, a little bit more maybe. Now we are gonna plow into this atmosphere, but we almost have to. So the orbital period is 2 days, meaning that if we don't burn off as much as humanly possible, it's very likely we won't survive another full orbit. Now, I could be super responsible and do mission planning where we sit down and talk about, what the goal of the mission is and the tools available for accomplishing said goal and, the numbers involved. And, math and science. Rocket science. But of course, we're not going to do that here on this channel. What we are going to do, though, is go ahead and do this. And we're going to see... we have dipped into new science. That is fantastic. Unfortunately, now we only have 16 minutes worth of electricity because the Science Junior is a massive energy hog. Oh no, did I not put shielding on this? No, it's got shielding on this. Jeb should be okay. We'll keep an eye on him, but Jeb should be okay. Jeb, you're gonna be okay, buddy. We're not gonna let anything happen to Jeb. Oh yeah, by the way, what I was saying earlier is if you're brand new in the chat, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. We're playing some Kerbal Space Program with some, I don't know what you consider heavily modded. I consider this pretty heavily modded. We have some visual mods. We have weather and clouds. We have Kerbalism. We have Kerbal constructs. We have some part mods. It's pretty heavily modded, I'd think. But, oh yeah, what I was saying earlier, my wife got me back into playing Pokemon Go, so if anybody jumps in and you got room for another friend, I'll send you lots of gifts every day. Pinky promise. Alright, let's see where we're at. Alright. Now we gotta keep an eye on Jeb. As long as Jeb doesn't die, this isn't a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well at all. Don't die, Jeb. Oh. Lay me down in the cold, cold ground. And there he goes. Jeb did not survive, but luckily, it was just a bad dream. It was just a bad dream. That's all it was. Jeb is okay. He had a terrible premonition of the launch, but he is here. He's ready to go. After I catch this Pokemon. I wish I could stream this. This would be fun. That would be fun. If I could stream Pokemon Go, I would. I haven't played in 10 years. But what we can do for Ascent Guidance, we'll do that. Okay. Now, the Skyhog Stage 1 is just these 4 external boosters. Stage 2 really doesn't have a lot of burn time to it. But what it's really there for is to push the vehicle away from the separation stage. Build up that extra velocity before... Nope. All that work for that Pokemon and it wasn't even a 3-star. I don't keep anything less than 3 stars if I catch it. Oh, there are fins on that stage. Why did we lose control, though? Right. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but... wondering what went wrong on that. We're going to have to pay close attention to the separation phase on this one. Unless it's a weight problem. I think it was a weight problem. Huh. I wonder. Huh. Super weird, right? Here. Let's see if we can't do something about this. And full throttle. And with excellent piloting skills, Jeb saves the mission. I did not realize we had passed the apoapsis already. We're going to have to just take what we can get on this mission. We're going to use the remainder of this fuel to make entry as painless as possible. That'll go. Man, my monitor always gets so filthy. You don't notice it until you're playing a game with like this shade of blue right here. You can see all the little specks. Oh. That's weird. Why does it say 8.6 out of 4.2? It's weird, right? That's weird. We are going to get something for this. Might as well keep that on. I mean, there's 0 point in dropping it at this moment. Any day now. There we go. And even more science? Well, don't mind if I do. getting all kinds of science now. We're just waiting for the science, and we're waiting for the battery to run out. That's what we're gonna do, just wait for the battery to run out. No, I'm not. I'm bored already. Alright, let's go. I's bored already! Alright. Yay, 11 science. What? Thrill. So thrilling, in fact. Let's go do it again. Exactly the same way. Jeb is a glutton. So what we should do is limit this to 10% and put this down here. I think that's the smarter way to go. We'll limit that main thruster early on. I've also thought about eliminating this middle stage here and just making the boosters, because I feel like having basically what amounts to 4 stages, I don't know, it's working. There's no reason to, you know, there's no direct reason to change it. There we go. Look at that. Jeb, what are you doing, bro? Oh shit. God damn it. Dude, I don't know what is going on with McJeb. I mean, we're gonna get science still because there's science to collect here, but our launches are just not gonna be exactly what I'm calling successful. Like, yeah, it's successful in the terms of we're getting off the ground and we're coming back. But I wouldn't call it successful as in, let's print this story in the paper. Something is still going on with McJeb. Hey, GFG. Grayson Yari? Grayson Yuri? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, great game. Awesome game. Kicking my ass right now. I don't know. What is wrong with the McJebs? It is just not wanting to be cooperative today. Or yesterday, or the last stream. Or the stream before that. Or the stream before that. Or the stream before that. You know what, come to think about it, McJeb has not been reliable in a while. Hasn't been reliable in a while. There you go, Jeb. That button. We're gonna take what science we can get. It's not gonna be great science. Let's see, oh, 21. I mean, it's getting us there, sort of. Let's do this real quick. Let's just change these to, why not? We just need the science. All right. Let's try that. All right, the Skyhog. Technically, this would be the Skyhog Model 3, but this would be like, what, the 8th one that's launched? Now that center engine runs on a low setting at the start of the launch, and then we're going to crank it up before those boosters run out of oomph. What about that? What is wrong with this thing? McJeb is not being reliable. I don't know what settings are messed up, but it is extremely frustrating. McJeb was one of the reasons I was excited to play this on PC. Now, what we could do is we could strap a Science Junior inside of an airplane and try to go and get science. The problem being is I have not successfully flown anything in this game on mouse and keyboard yet without McJeb. All right. Got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Alright, now all we have left is the science experiments and the command capsule. I'm gonna see how tough these batteries really are. Can the Energizer Bunny handle the heat? We're at 317 Kelvin. Alright, parachutes are armed. The heat shield's stuck on something. Huh. Well, that's certainly odd. I think the heat shield's stuck on something. Oh well. It's not like it matters. It's not like it matters much. Faja. Faja, it does not matter. Little Tim Tim. Little Tim Tim. You know, as soon as we can get some solar panels, I'd be more than happy to launch a satellite for this crap. Well, actually, we couldn't for this crap. This is atmosphere crap. This is the atmosphere. So, how's everybody doing? Pretty much just waiting on the fall. Oop. Little more science. Let's go do it again. For science. I'm gonna see what happens if I don't throttle down that center engine. The boys in engineering sent a memo up saying they need some data. I'm almost wondering if it was better to use the other ascent settings. And this is where everything goes stupid. There's no Pokemons around that I want. I'm just letting the whole thing run. Let's see what happens if we just let it do its own thing. So yeah, it's not a traditional ascent. It's not what you would call optimized. Yeah. Alright, now we do the whole thing over again. Hey, we caught a Jigglypuff. And it's a 3-star. And it's the smallest and shortest little thing I've ever caught. Here, you know what? This is what I'll do when we're playing Pokemon Go. I'll show you guys what we catch on stream, since I can't share my my screen. I can do... Hold on. I'm working behind the scenes here. Let me see if I can make this work. Discord. Where's Discord? There's Discord. I don't know how to do this. I can send it to people. What if I do it here? Where does it send it? I'm sending it in the Discord. Oh yeah, okay. So, what if I go down here and I do this? Yes. So, what if I do this? Well, that's not good. If only we had better batteries. Could you imagine? Just imagine. Just try to imagine with me. Better batteries. So if you join the Discord, since I can't share my screen while I'm Pokemon going, I can share what we catch. Let's see, we have Ekans. I forget that guy's name. I forget a lot of these Pokemon's names. I know the originals, that's it. The new ones I'm hit and miss on most of them. Oh my goodness. Why does that tree look different? That looks different. What is that? That looks different than that. All right. What can we do to improve? I don't, the problem is I don't know what to do to improve this. Because I'm thinking we could probably just eliminate this entire center stage. Truthfully. Because watch, what if... What if we do that? Just get rid of that altogether. What do we have for engines? What do we have for small engines? We do have the Terrier. The problem with the Terrier is that it does not hold an electric charge. We could try using this flicker engine, actually. So, hold on. How do we do? How do we do? We'll do this. Do that. Oh, I hate that so much. How do you... I don't know. I hate that so much. I hate it with a passion. The passion of a thousand fiery suns. Okay, so next order of business for this. What I want to do is come down here. What's the DV numbers looking like, fellers? Oh, get off of here. Alright. Alright, so now we take these off. Take this off. Go like that. Okay. Now take this off. Put that in there. And that right there. What do we got? Okay. Alright, so I think that might be a more efficient way to do things here. We just have one massive... Now, the thing is here, conceivably, we could do... What's the problem? Why does it say 0 seconds? 0 what? What's the problem? Super confused. There we go. Dude, this thing is so ridiculous. Alright. Now, for this, we need this down to like... We'll put 15%. And then these need to drop. We'll leave it right there. So, does that mean all of them? Just to double check, yes. Alright. Let us go. Alright. Let's do even 100 by 100 at current. Nope. Okay. I don't know. Sure. Let's call that great. Whoops, that was actually right. Uh-oh. What's... What? No. Alright, hold on. Let's just see if it was a launch problem. Sure. There we go. It was just a legitimate part failure. Now, we don't want to limit this throttle too much, because this one engine is never going to like to lift this center stage right here, so... we can tweak it a little bit to our liking and watch the fuel right here. Nope. Me's thinking this may be aerodynamics problem. I do have an idea. We're gonna get ridiculous with it. Okay. So, we tried. So, let's take this and this. Put this there. I'd really rather this be a kind of a different setup. Is this all auto-strutted? It is all auto-strutted, okay, but we can add manual struts too. Okay, maybe if we do something like this, and then put... yeah, that's right. Okay. So then if we come into Shizikov here. if we come into here and we do some there, that should fix the stability issues. Do. I wish I had dry weight. That would help immensely. I think... Oh, I don't even know what mod I need to do to get that. Okay, but anyway. What we're gonna do is sneak in here. There we go. You guys thought the ridiculousness was gonna end. It is only just getting started. Alright, so all engines. Now, this engine I want to fire up here. That's 1.72. Hello, welcome in. Why not use mainsail? We don't have it unlocked yet. The middle engine position could burn the side engines, except the fact that the middle engine is not going to fire until the side engines are finished. So we're going to burn... See, this is where I think we need to get creative, though. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 engines, 7 total engines on this stage. So 6. So we would do... Okay, hold on. Let me think about this in my head for a minute. So if I go in here to this one, and I click... Oh wait, that's the tank. There we go. Remove from symmetry. Okay, hold on. Now, bear with me. Okay, this is... Oh, crap. Is it... This one. Okay. Nope, that's a fuel tank again. Ugh. Gonna really make it difficult for me, aren't you? Alright, so that one... I think this one? Remove from symmetry. Okay, so now... So those two are this one. So this one and this one. So now, bear with me. Watch what I'm cooking. Watch what I'm cooking. So, no, this is science mode. This is science mode with Kerbalism and Kerbal constructs, along with a whole bunch of other ones. Alright, so... These engines fire, but these ones don't. So let's create another one up here. We want this and this to be here. That means this, this, no. That jettisons them. We don't want to jettison them. We want this up here. Okay, so what do we have for thrust to weight? What if I do that? Does it affect this? It doesn't. Super awesome. Okay. So now... Oh. Okay, yeah, so that's 1, 2. Okay, that should be right. Alright, so engines, these 4 engines fire. Then they break away. When they break away, hold on. When they break away, I want this engine, right? And this engine to fire. What does that put them at? So let's put, oh, let's just do this. Alright. I think that does good for that. Alright, I think I got this. Just bear with me. It's pretty low tech. Yeah, hold on. I'll show you my tech tree currently. Save. Let's leave for one brief moment. All right. Tech tree. So yeah. We're still really early in the tech tree. We got a long ways to go. But let's do this last launch and get off this stream. Let's see if this bad boy flies. Let's try not using McJeb, I guess. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. I don't think these engines have gimbaling. Did they? Oh, maybe, hold on. I think I just stumbled on to an idea of why we're losing control. Do these engines have gimbal? Where are they? Gimbal. Oh, I am not seeing gimbaling on these. Oh my goodness, everything has a problem. Okay, fine. We need to rethink the strategy here. I was not aware that these engines didn't have gimbaling. Well, Apollo, that explains exactly why you're losing control. Yeah. That would pretty much cover it. How to solve this issue? First of all, hold on. do it there for now. God dang it. God dang it, Bobby. Oh, dang it. Kerbal. There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright. So, we have 7 engines. And we need to gimbal somehow. Well, the only way to do this is to incorporate an engine that has swivel. And then maybe if we turn the thrust limiter way down, and we're also going to need to remove these because of clipping. Maybe use some other engines to fill the gap in the upper stage. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a valid point. Nope. Alright. Let's see. Let's see if that does anything. I don't know if it does, but we're gonna find out. Skipper is a good one to fill the gap. Yeah, we got a smaller engine up top. The problem we were running into with the Skipper engine is we run out of power. Because the Skipper engine doesn't generate electricity and we don't have solar panels unlocked. So maybe use one with gimbal. Well, that's the different variations we've been trying out. I did not pay attention and did not realize these engines don't have gimbal. Because the last version that we were using used 5 swivel engines as its main power. This was meant to be an upgrade. The tank size match. So the tank size match. Yeah, the tank sizes all match as far as I know. I think I only have one tank, actually. I think that's the only fuel tank I have available. So far, having that smaller engine with the gimbal in the middle seems to be... Actually, no, it's not. It is vastly underpowered right now. Because we are falling. Question is are we going to hit the atmosphere before? I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced. I'm also really not happy with the thrust-to-weight ratio on this engine, but I'm hoping that even though it's only 0.42, that will be in a vacuum. So, yay! Hey, look at that. We managed to not completely smash into the atmosphere. My country? United States. Oh, why are we not fixing this issue? There we go. All right. So, oh, I can't do that. Thank you. All right. Let's get rid of you. All right. That's a stable orbit. What do we have for electricity? No, what? This. Thank you. We have 2 days of electricity, but that's deceiving because experiments are not running currently, so they're not using electricity. Now, let's put a maneuver. Come on, can I get a maneuver? No maneuver node? Why no maneuver node? What's the problem with my maneuver node? Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. Y'all didn't see nothing. Let's see if we can get any high space science. Actually, let's see. Well, That's not... No, let's not do that. We're not going to set a target for the Mun. We don't have the electricity. I think we have the Delta V, but we simply don't have the electricity. Alright, so that's a 3-hour... what is that? 680? I think we risk it for the biscuits. Why do you ask? And I'm Vietnamese and it's late here. Oh yeah, it's morning here. It's almost noon. It's almost time to shut the stream down, just not quite yet. I'm a KSP player, not some guy who searched Google and try to be cool. I've got probably like 1,200 hours in KSP between PS5 and PC. I started playing Kerbal on PS5, and then I went out and got a PC, and now we play Kerbal on PC. Oh no, my staging! We lost an entire stage. That's unfortunate. Alright. Let's see if we get any science for any of this. Alright, so we do get some good science. No, we want to go pro-grade, I think. Hold on, let me think about this. I play console too, I hope so. Alright. Alright. Well, this is going to be interesting. I don't think Jebediah survives this. We're gonna have fun with this one. Alright, here's a TikTok for you. Can a KSP player bring home a landing safely with no electricity? No guidance computers? No landing assistance? To be fair, I think the answer is actually going to be no, judging by this right here. Those engines are putting in work, just not enough. So, the answer, by the way, is yes, we can. But the thing is if we would have continued that landing and descent pattern, we would have, this time, we're going to hit that atmosphere a whole lot more shallow. We're going to try to shoot for about 50K. Right about there. Let's see if that... So if I point prograde, when I come up and fall back down, I should be retrograde. I like the logic. Alright, so let's run this out of electricity. So then what we're going to do is we're going to shut that off. We're going to EVA, take the data, and get back in. Okay. We've done all we can do here. Alright, here we go. We use the engine to stabilize and slow down. Alright. Hopefully that engine can slow us down. I'd like to burn as much of this Delta V as possible, because that would put us at a much better spot for entry. But you have to also think that the thrust-to-weight ratio on this engine for what we're trying to do right now is pretty horrible. And the fact that I'm pretty sure this is a vacuum-optimized engine, so the lower we go into the atmosphere, the less optimized it gets, I believe. I think when below 70K retro, the only thing we hope was for the chutes not to fly off. Nah, they wouldn't have. The chutes are pretty the chutes were calibrated to land everything above this decoupler, including the heat shield. So if the Science Junior and the power bank module here, if that all gets destroyed and you're low enough in the atmosphere, as long as the command pod survives, the parachutes will work. But this is the descent that we were shooting for. This is what we should have been doing the last time, but I had my periapsis way too low. Way too low for that. much more better of a re-entry. Controlled. This is what we were shooting for. No heat bar. Nope. The entire issue is that if you're going to do an entry like this, especially a powered control entry with no electricity, you really want to make sure you don't go in too steep or too shallow. Either too far either way, and it's not going to do what you need it to do. Now, this does have a secret design flaw that we don't talk about. But we actually can't jettison the heat. Oh, it worked that time. See, that's why we don't talk about it. And we have partial chute deployment. Nuh-uh, no uh-ohs. No uh-ohs. We are all safe. The only thing is Jebediah's gonna need some spinal surgery. But in all honesty, that wasn't even that many G's. And coming in at a comfortable 3.4 meters per second yet again. See, the Skyhog, if we could solve our energy problem with, solar panels, the craft is more than capable of doing its job. The problem being is the power requirements. No, that speed was real nice. Everything is 5x5. And just like that. See, sometimes the angle means everything. Alright, 55 out of 90. I think we do one more launch and call it a day. We'll do open. One more launch and we're gonna be done. I don't know if we'll be live tomorrow. I don't think we're doing live tomorrow. I think we have stuff to do. see if we can get this to work. Our hopes are not high. Oh yeah, we do gotta fix this stage though. Alright, so this all happens. Where's this? Alright, so those... that... So we need... Where's this one? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I think I see the problem. Alright, thanks for dropping in, though. I do appreciate you coming by. If you found anything you liked in the stream, don't forget to subscribe. That should be better. And I forgot we have cameras on the Skyhog. Alright, save. Alright, now. Engines, and... get out of here. Engines. So then those, and those. 1, 2. Those on the same one. These two can be on the same one. Those two. Those 4. Alright. Should have a better launch now. Oh, that's cool. I mean, if it does the burn. Alright, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and dip on out of here. I don't think we're gonna be live tomorrow. But, I do thank you all for dropping in. I didn't think so. Alright, yep. I don't know when I'll be live again, guys. Tomorrow we have a bunch of stuff that's got to get done in the house. So, I do not know, said I. I know I said I'm shutting it off. I am, I promise. Alright, we're doing better without McJeb, I guess. I mean, it's a new ascent profile, but... So yeah, I think in conclusion for this, I think managing the fuel in that center stage a lot better. I think that's the ticket for this. Alright. I know, I keep saying I'm gonna leave, but I'm not doing it. But I mean, we have a pretty good amount of Delta V left. Anyway, alright guys. Thanks for dropping in, I appreciate it.